Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is my weekly look at the market trends. And let's get right into it. S&P 500 weekly chart. Now I added some lines here. I've been watching how each time we have a pullback and then we push to new highs before the next pullback, this movement seems to be flattening out some. You know, we were almost straight up here, not quite as straight up on number 2, and then number 3 it's starting to flatten out, almost like the trajectory of a rocket going into space. So we'll see what happens after this latest pullback. Is this going to continue to flatten out, or do we see some new momentum to the upside as there's this constant talk of tax reform? We'll see if that goes any place. But for now, the market just keeps grinding higher. I mean, S&P 500 all-time highs. Again, it closed right near its high. Dow, same situation, all-time highs, closed near its high. The NASDAQ, I think it just barely hit an all-time high. Didn't have nearly as strong of a week as the Dow and S&P, but still, it just keeps moving higher. What is not moving higher is the U.S. dollar index, and it's just continues to be in a free fall. It did get some strength early in the week, but then sold off near the end of the week. So, you know, it's pretty much a bearish looking hammer here. And if you back this out, that $92 area, which I was talking about as being the ledge, we've definitely stepped off that ledge, and we finished below it again this week. So unless the Federal Reserve does something radical, I don't see this thing not continuing to move lower. And of course, that will have a big effect on our Forex trades, which I will talk about in my next video. Moving on, let's look at the energy sector. Crude oil did finally get up above the $50 area just briefly, then it pulled back. This will be an important area for oil to see if it can get above that $50 mark. Oil's been very much in a trading range going back to June of last year. So oil is trying to get moving here, and the energy sector is trying to get out of this very ugly downtrend it's been in. I wouldn't say it's out of the downtrend, but it has had 4 up weeks in a row, so that is good for the energy sector. Next thing we're going to look at is gold and silver. It was not a good week for gold. Gold had a pretty good down candle. We hadn't seen one like that during this current up move. We'll have to see if there's any continuation there. But gold has been pretty good this year, and there's a lot of talk about it finally breaking out. I need to see it get above 1400. That will really be the breakout point for me. Right now it's in a very lot of overhead resistance here. We got to get over this high, and then we got to get over this high, and if we can clear 1400, then I will be a believer that this thing can maybe head up to old-time highs. But right now it's a wait and see. Silver, same situation. Not nearly as bad of a down candle as gold was this past week. We'll see if this holds. And the gold miners, there they are, gold miners. Gold miners is a little uglier looking. This almost looks like a evening star pattern with the doji up here and then 2 long candles on the side. So this definitely looks bearish right here, at least in the short term. So maybe we get some continuation to the downside before it turns around and heads back up. But we definitely need to see the gold miners leading. They will normally lead both gold and silver in a bullish market move. And then let's take a quick look at our cryptocurrencies. It was crypto massacre this past week. Look at Bitcoin. After nearly hitting $5,000, Bitcoin moved in just a 2-week period, moved all the way down to 2,900. So it retraced over over $2,000. So 40% of its value evaporated in just over 2 weeks. But we did have a good reversal on, I think that happened on Friday. So if you didn't get scared out of it, it came back quite a bit. I think we were up like over $300 or $400 just on Friday. So this is all has to do with China, and they're trying to flex their muscles in how the cryptocurrencies are traded in China. They're forcing the closing of some exchanges, the way I understand it. So it's causing some uncertainty in an area of the world that has been very big with the cryptocurrencies. So we'll let the market sort all that out, and we'll see where all this lands. It's the same situation for Ethereum. Had the big pullback, but it rallied late in the week. Litecoin kind of got hit the worst of all of it, because I think Litecoin is based in China. So that had a pretty good reversal after getting all the way down. So how far did this get down to? Got down to $35 before getting back up above 50. And of course, this thing was above 90 just a couple weeks ago. So pretty good pullback. I mean, that's well over 50% pullback in the Litecoin. So anyway, that's what I got for you for this week. So hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and I will catch you a little bit later with an update on my currency trades. Later.